The 3 starting nations in Genshin Impact represent the ideas of freedom, contracts, and eternity. Or should I say alcoholism, tax fraud, and massive amounts of depression. Out of the 3, the Raiden Shogun has shown to have the least utility of the Archons so far. That's because it's not called utility, it's called damage and energy recharge, which leads to more damage.
Nice.
That would be cool if it weren't for the Raiden Shogun getting the exact same treatment as Yoimiya and Zhongli. Woo! The Raiden Shogun is the 3rd Archon introduced into the story of Genshin Impact, and her playstyle is not necessarily different to the 2 other Archons of swap in, dump load, and swap out, but she kind of gets more playtime due to the nature of her kit. Or rather her burst. Actually, it's just her burst. I'm holding off on revealing a lot of things about this character, but you should really just say she's the Shogun. People who've gotten to this point in the story, you know what I'm talking about. Although I can say she can't cook.
You donkey! You surprise me to how shit you are.
No wonder she's the god of eternity, because she's spending that eternity trying to be cooking mama on her Nintendo DS. In retrospect though, miHoYo gave the community a roller coaster of emotions leading up to her arrival as a playable character. First, she was seen as a complete meme with her Boobas sword in the 2.0 update, then absolute depression with her teaser. This becomes even more sad once you completed the quests. Then absolute badassery with her gameplay trailer. miHoYo, I know you're trying to make us experience a lot of emotions, but you will never live up to Yu Pengchen's masterpiece of a song. Welp! Didn't expect that. Neither did I expect such a masterpiece. Either way, we're here to see how the Raiden Shogun plays, so what's up with her? The Raiden Shogun is an electro polearm user with a main focus on sub DPS and extreme energy recharge. Her ability grants an everlasting gaze both gameplay wise and literally, while also being able to be quickly swapped in to deal her Bulbasaur damage, which is just as massive as my happiness that I will get if you hit that subscribe. I'm doing my best to release content in a weekly fashion, and now that I'm back in school, that just became much harder, so hitting the sub and bell buttons will really help me push through everything and create more high quality content for you guys. That's it here. Let's talk about her element. Since Electro is the Shogun's element, she is limited to extremely few options for elemental reactions due to Electro reactions being absolute trash. Okay, not you, Superconduct, but seriously, the other 2 are really lackluster. And the Raiden Shogun really can't use any of them efficiently, so you'll mainly be doing flat Electro damage. As if that matters though, because wow, she can do a lot of damage. Instead of not being able to cook, Raiden's non-combat passive halves the ascension cost of all spears and swords, which is honestly the most useful passive out of all the non-combative passives so far. What you use with the extra Mora is up to you. But I highly suggest actually giving the Archons Mora, because now we have 3 moralist Archons. A drunk, a religious faster, and the dude that literally makes the money. The Raiden Shogun's basic attacks consist of 5 attacks where she becomes the anime protagonist with all that blurry dashing and swiping. I can't even see what's going on with her anymore. These attacks will be talked about later because at their base level, you're probably not going to use them, like the 2 other characters like her. I said like her. Why is there so? The Shogun's ability consists of 3 parts, which I call I, Sheev, and you. You're a hilichurl, and you're gonna die. Raiden slashes in a desired direction, which causes an electro slash in a large area that goes off a second later. You can animation cancel the slash to act quickly and escape situations spicier than Goba's general diet. Afterwards, an eye buff spawns above you. As long as you have the buff of the eye on your character, which, let's be honest, you will, because this thing lasts for a whole 25 seconds, and the cooldown is 10. Whenever a character deals damage, the Shogun will assist by slashing as well, dealing extra electro damage, similar to how Albedo's ability works, but can be triggered every single second from very far away. This works in co-op as well. So you get a Shogun buff, and you get a Shogun buff. Everyone gets a Shogun buff. Additionally, the ability empowers everyone's burst damage based on what the character's burst costs. So for example, Bennett will now hit like a truck, and Eula becomes a nuke. Before getting into the Shogun's burst, we need to cover the passives regarding it. The Shogun has a ring behind the current character, which is an indicator of how strong her lawnmower start will be once she finally uses it. The ring represents the resolve meter, and the more resolve you have, the more damage you'll output. You can fill the resolve meter by either collecting elemental particles from her level 20 passive, or from using an allied burst, which will fill it up depending on that burst's cost. The higher the cost, the more resolve gained. Hey yo, what? You see that? You see that girl over there? That's the electro Archon. Damn, really? She looking kind of thick though, not gonna lie. Bruh, they say that she's not as strong as the other Archons. Bro, you serious, dude? That's hilarious. Dude, hey, Raiden, hey, hi. Dude, bruh, we heard you're weaker than whatever the other people are. Those two, you know? Those two. Yeah, suck on this. You see this? Wait, that's my rank figure. This. Yeah. Oh crap, she's coming this way. Oh, what is she gonna do? She's gonna freaking pull a sword out of her boobs? Like, what? The Raiden Shogun's burst is known as the Musou Shinsetsu. That's really anime. And costs... What?
Thomas had never seen such bullshit before.
Don't worry though, since you'll likely be building massive amounts of energy recharge for her anyway, due to her second passive, which converts energy recharge into extra electro damage. So don't be surprised to see a Shogun with 600 energy... how? Hitting harder than... What? Who am I supposed to compare this to? Once the Raiden Shogun bursts, she summons the legendary Boobas sword, also known as the Musou Ishin. The Shogun first performs the Musou no Hitutachi, a devastating slash known throughout all Inazuma. After the slash, she wields her Tachi in battle for 7 seconds. The Tachi state is known as the Musou Ishin, as well as the sword, and she will have her old basic attacks infused. I said infuse. Raiden, are you okay?
Lament!
As I was saying, her basic attacks are infused with electro, and I should note that these do not count as normal damage. The damage in this state is burst damage, but also counts as auto attacks, which means it will not trigger Beto's chain lightning from her burst, but will trigger Oz in any way possible, and Xingqiu's rain swords. While attacking in this state, the Shogun will give energy back to the team. So now you gotta get used to swapping back to your other characters after bursting and realizing, wait, their burst is back up. Well, okay then. Here's another Eula burst for you then. As said before, the Shogun is in the same spot that Zhongli was. I mean, being the Archon should give you special benefits, no? Like the biggest suck in existence or the thickest of booty shields. But instead, the Shogun's a battery. A high voltage battery with millions of memes and simps for her. And if you look at mine, well, yeah, I guess I'm one too. Thanks for watching this Miscorrected Miscellany. Sorry for all the name jumps. It went from What's It Like to Be to the blank experience, and now we're finally here at Miscorrected Miscellany. If you like the video, I highly suggest subbing and hitting the bell to catch up on any future videos I may post. Next in line should either be Kujo-Sara or a starter character, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.